Hello everybody, we are back. So sorry about that. Hey, look at that. Bobsheaux's computer crashed when he was in the middle of a live stream. Who could have foreseen that? I'm blaming you!
Who?
I'm blaming the Furby.
I can't see you. Am I supposed to be seeing you?
You're supposed to be seeing me because I'm supposed to be sharing screens with you on Skype. I forgot the process of what we're supposed to do here. Hang on. Oy, Gewalt. Okay, so we are back. And you can see me now.
Yes.
And everyone can see you, and everyone can see me, and everyone can hear you and hear me. Are we good?
We're good, yes.
Are we good? Are we gonna have any more problems? Look at me.
Be nice to our Furba baby.
Oh, this is nice.
Now, do you have that other live stream, the first part of it? Are you going to be able to release that?
I can release it. Best I can do is put it in a playlist. As I combine that one with this. That's the best thing that I can do. Sorry, everybody.
I don't know what that means, but okay. Putting it in a playlist, are people going to be able to see it?
They can see it, yes. It's just not going to be very long, is all. It was only like 20 minutes.
Well, I know, but...
They can see it. They can see it. They'll be able to see this one and the one that they were just in. It's all good.
Okay.
But, yes. Continuing on with Diary of a Madman, and who was the next voice in that?
Still on Luke's sponsored post, it was Frankenstein.
Just Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Okay.
It is not Furby's fault.
It is entirely Furby's fault.
No.
25th June. To think that a being is there who lives, who walks, who runs. A being? What is a being? That animated thing that bears in it the principle of motion and a will ruling that motion. It is attached to nothing, this thing. Do we have anything else in this sponsor post?
No, that was the last of that sponsor post.
That's a sponsor post, okay.
So now, we will have a Voices from the Chat.
Go! You live! You stay! We belong dead!
What are you talking about? What are you doing?
One of Boris Karloff's only speaking lines in the Frankenstein movies.
Ah, okay.
It's more than just roar.
Okay.
Oh, by the way,
Nerd.
I speaking of nerdy stuff, I saw some behind-the-scenes video of the new Universal horror thing that Universal Studios Orlando is doing. Oh my god, it looks amazing. Sadly, it's all the way over in Florida, so we're gonna have to visit there if we want to see it.
Voices from the Chat. This one comes from Tyler Fish.
Tyler Fish, what's he got for us?
Ralph Fiennes as Starscream.
Sorry. Can't really picture his mind. Can't picture his mind. Can't picture his voice. Why am I saying mind? Where's my mind today?
Hang on. Do you know who Ralph Fiennes is?
I think it's pronounced Rafe, despite the L in his name. I don't know, but I'm not sure. Wasn't he Voldemort?
Yes.
Can't remember what he sounds like though.
Try to see what character you would recognize. Schindler's List, The Avengers, he was John Steed.
Where he's battling an evil Sean Connery.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what he sounds like either. He was the voice of Alfred Pennyworth in the Lego Movie 2.
That's right. He was Lego Alfred, wasn't he? How to combine that with Starscream? You can give it a go.
You like a challenge.
Let's see. It is attached to nothing, this thing.
Stream chat is frozen.
Stream chat is frozen. Of course it is. Ah, there we go. Okay. And that's gotta be live chat, not top chat. There we go. Sorry, everybody. Okay. It is attached to nothing, this thing. Its feet do not belong to the ground. It is a grain of life that moves on the earth. And this grain of life, coming I know not whence, one can destroy at one's will. Then nothing more. It perishes. It is finished. 26th June. Why then is it a crime to kill? Yes, why? On the contrary, it is the law of nature. The mission of every being is to kill. He kills to live, and he kills to kill. Next.
Next is a sponsored post.
From who?
From Anthony Cavazos.
Anthony Cavazos. Thank you very much. What do you got for us?
First I am rolling a 10. Haha. Beetlejuice being Cool Cat.
Oh, God.
You've done Cool Cat being... No, you did Evil Cool Cat, which, not really. You did Barney Juice.
I did Barney Juice. Ew.
Now you gotta do Cool Juice.
Ugh. Oh, that's nasty. The beast kills without ceasing! Obey! Every instant of his existence! Man kills without ceasing, to nourish himself, but since he needs, and besides to kill for pleasure, he has invented hunting. The child kills the insects he finds, little birds, all the little animals that come his way. But this does not suffice for the irresistible need to massacre that is in us. It is not enough to kill beasts. We must kill man too, you know what I mean? What?
This is horrible.
Yes, it is. Ha 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 ha! And I love being horrible, because that's cool!
Oh my god.
Next.
Next is a... What was that? That was one... Anthony Cavazos, yes.
Was it just
Next
the one voice?
Next is a voice from the chat.
Sorry, was it just the one voice for that post? Gotcha. Voices from the chat. What do we got?
Keanu Reeves as Jonathan Harker from Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh, that's just cruel. That's like seriously punching down there.
Why? Why?
Because Keanu Reeves' English accent was terrible in that movie. I don't know if he's done any British roles since then.
I don't think he... I know what you're talking about now. I don't believe he has. I don't think he's been invited.
And for good reason, no.
Was it really that bad?
It was.
It's Keanu Reeves.
Yes, and we're used to doing, whoa, or cha. You can't take that and make him do British.
How about Neo? Does Neo translate into...
Oh no, I can do it. I'm just saying it's not going to be very good. Let's see, where are we? There it is. It is not enough to kill beasts. We must kill man too. Long ago, this need was satisfied by
really
human
his
sacrifices. This was really his British accent.
Oh no! Oh, that's just sad.
Winona Ryder, she was decent enough. Gary Oldman, He's doing the very heavy Transylvanian Bela Lugosi thing, which you have to do for Dracula. But this was Jonathan Harker. I am so British.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
It is. Again, I don't know if he's done any British roles since Bram Stoker's, but it was notoriously bad. It's one of the two main talking points of that movie, right up there with Dracula's head boobs. Continuing. Now the requirements of social life had made murder a crime. We condemn and punish the assassin, but we cannot live without yielding to this natural and imperious instinct of death. We relieve ourselves from time to time by wars. Next.
Next is a sponsored post.
Suppose?
Do. Nope.
Whose sponsored post is this?
The pretzel!
The pretzel! The pretzel! The pretzel! Yes?
Natural 20.
What?
Natural 20!
Natural 20, that's 2 drinks, everybody! And I had to put my bottle cap back on. Why did I do that? Here we go. Ah.
Very good. That is a tasty coffee.
Et deux. Oh, me. That's French. Oui.
Oh god, he's already getting drunk.
I am not drunk. Shut up. Anyway.
Acting as an ass.
Well, yeah, that's just me.
That's true.
I don't need to do with being drunk. Anyway.
Alright, so now we have had our drink, and the
is-
pretzel would like to hear the Dinkle song. Item label?
The Dinkle song?
Dinkle song, in parentheses, item label.
Why don't you add us with an explanation of what that might be? Maybe it'll ring a few bells that are currently not doing it right now. Or something else, possibly. Sorry.
Yes.
While we're waiting for him to get back to us, what's the next voice for the chat?
No.
Oh?
We'll go to his next voice, which you can very well do.
We got a next voice.
Christopher Lee.
Aha, very nice. The other Dracula.
The Dinkle song from the YouTube channel item label. I don't think he knows that.
Meow. Sorry.
But that's okay. You got 2 other voices on your request, so that'll be good.
Excellent. We relieve ourselves from time to time by wars. Then a whole nation slaughters another nation. It is a feast of blood. A feast that maddens armies and intoxicates civilians, women and children who read by lamplight at night the feverish story of massacre. One might suppose that those destined to accomplish these butcheries of men would be despised. No, they are loaded with honors.
Christopher Lee, the voice that started the whole Bob's Storytime live streams.
Mm-hmm. If only he was alive, he could have read for the Grinch. That would have been amazing.
Yes.
All the Who's down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot. Next in this sponsor
Vincent Price.
Vincent Price. Love him. No, they are loaded with honors. They are clad in gold and in resplendent garments. They wear plumes on their heads and ornaments on their breasts, and they are given crosses, rewards, titles of every kind. They are proud, respected, loved by women, cheered by the crowd, solely because their mission is to shed human blood. They drag through the streets their instruments of death, that the passer-by, clad in black, looks on with envy. For to kill is the great law set by nature in the heart of existence. There is nothing more beautiful and honorable than killing. Next.
He says he will accept any big horror actor voice for the one that you weren't able to do. I just saw it, so go ahead. Dealer's choice.
June 30th. To kill is the law, because nature loves eternal youth. She seems to cry in all her unconscious acts. Quick, quick, quick. The more she destroys, the more she renews herself. You're welcome.
Alright, voice from the chat.
Like this from the chat.
And we would like to see Wolfabob turning into a werewolf.
Wolfabob turning into a werewolf.
Yes.
Is that redundant or racist?
Do it!
Do it
Dance,
now!
monkey dance.
But in the meantime, you've got to dance, monkey dance! I hate dancing. Dance, monkey dance! I'm number one, you're number two. Okay. Where was I? You were there. Oh yeah, right, thank you. 2nd July. A human being. What is a human being? Through thought, it is a reflection of all that is. Through memory and science, it is an abridged edition of the universe whose history it represents. A history of things and of nations. Each human being becomes a microcosm in the macrocosm. No! It's happening! Get away from me!
You're clipping your microphone. Quiet down.
Werewolves Bobsheaux.
Oh my god.
Oh, shut up. You love it.
That's funny. I'll admit.
Next.
Okay. Next is a sponsored post.
From who?
From that one you already did. From Nathan Ottinger.
Nathan Ottinger. There you go.
And we're rolling.
We are rolling Noonan.
4. Thought it was a 1 for a minute.
Next time.
In the spirit of the season, we begin with Pee Wee Herman as Dracula. And Nathan is our first entry into band camp.
Oh, what? Because you don't like Pee-wee?
Selena! Welcome back! It's been forever!
It has been. Hello, Selena. Nice to see you. But really? He goes to the band camp just because he suggests Pee-wee?
Yes.
You Pee-weeist.
Band camp.
Fine.
Nathan is banned.
We all love Pee-wee. I don't know what your deal is. We miss you. Oh, and, by the way, Raven, guess what?
What?
I made you cry.
No!
Yes, I did, and you know I did! There was the video that I shot of Tim Burton getting his star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I had a little montage of all the stars that were also there that are heavily involved with Burton, starting with Pee-wee, of course, and seeing him in this little...
What's the music?
Danny Elfman did do a lot of the lifting, I will give you that. But I showed Pee-wee in this little montage along with Danny Elfman's Edward Scissorhands music, and it made you cry.
No, it wasn't Pee-wee, it was the music.
I made you cry for Pee-wee.
The music.
You weren't crying for Michael Keaton.
It took a minute to kick in.
But
shut up.
It may have taken you a minute for him, but it hit you immediately for Pee-wee. BAM! Anyway, Pee-wee as Dracula. Not Paul Rubens as Dracula. Pee-wee as Dracula.
Yes.
3rd of July. It must be pleasure, unique and full of zest to kill. To have therefore be the one living, thinking being, to make therein a little hole, nothing but a little hole, to see that red thing flow, which is the blood, which makes life, and to have before one only a heap of limp flesh, cold, inert, void of thought. Today's secret word is death! Blah!
He is reading from the book Penny Dreadfuls, by the way.
Yes, and we are reading a little story, which is one of my favorites, called The Diary of a Madman. It is the story of a judge who wonders, why did we illegalize killing? It's very fun, you know. As we explore his descent into madness. Next.
Next is Tim Curry's Pennywise as Frankenstein.
It's Tim Curry already doing a very difficult to do American accent. How about I just break up the two? Sorry. 5th August. I, who have passed in my life in judging, condemning, killing by the spoken word, killing by the guillotine killing by the guillotine those who had killed by the knife. I, if I should do as all the assassins have done whom I have smitten, I, who would know it? Ah! 10th August. Who would ever know? Who would ever suspect me? Me! Especially if I should choose a being I had no interest in doing away with. 15th August. The temptation
Are
has
you ready
come
to do
me.
a different voice?
I'm almost done, woman! The temptation has come to me. It pervades my whole being. My hands tremble with the desire to kill. Next. Got a sponsored post.
Yes. In the sponsored post, we are not done with that sponsored post.
Oh,
And finally, with Elmer Fudd as the Wolfman.
sorry, was this not a voice from the chat that we were doing here?
No. Pee Wee Herman
Sorry.
is Dracula. This is all part of Nathan Ottinger's.
This was all part of Nathan
sponsored
Odgers. Sorry, so sorry, I got confused. Elmer Fudd as the Wolfman, was that right?
Yes.
Be very quiet. I'm hunting werewolves. 22nd August. I could resist no longer. I killed a little creature as an experiment. For a beginning.
Oh, this feels terrible.
Hey, look at me, I finally killed something! Jean, my servant, had a goldfinch in a cage hung in the office window. Oh my god, he killed Tweety! I sent him on an errand, and I took the widow bird in my hand while I felt its heartbeat. It was warm. I went up in my womb. Ew. From time to time, I squeezed it tighter. Its heartbeat faster. It was atrocious and delicious. It was near choking. I could not see the blood. Ow!
Oh my god.
Stay away from me. I'm a bloodthirsty monster.
That was terrible and wonderful at the same time.
He killed Tweety, you bastard. Next.
Ah, okay. Next is a sponsor. It's a voice from the chat.
This is from the chat.
And it is from Mike Scanlon.
Mike Scanlon, nice to see you. What you got for us?
Zombie Phallus.
Oh, wow.
It goes with the Halloween theme. So.
I feel bad enough doing regular exaggerated phallus, but that is a zombie. Oh boy. One day he's gonna stumble across my streams and he's gonna hear my voice. He's gonna say, "Hey!"
No, he's gonna take it as a compliment.
Then I took scissors, short needle scissors, and I cut its throat with 3 slits, quite gently. It opened its bill. It struggled to escape me, but I held it. Oh, I held it. I could have held a mad dog. And I saw the brains. I'm so sorry. Next.
Next is a sponsored post. And it comes from Brother Malachi.
Brother Malachi, thank you very much. What do you got for us?
Beetlejuice and Jack Skellington hanging out. Sharing the reading.
What would a hangout between the two of them look like?
Oh, I forgot to roll.
Uh-oh. I forgot too. Shame on me.
17. This is so good. Except I didn't swallow it right.
Oh, I'm sorry. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. And then I did as assassins do. Real ones. I washed the scissors. I washed my hands. I sprinkled water and took the body, the corpse, to the garden to hide it. I buried it under a strawberry plant. It will never be found. Every day I shall eat a strawberry from that plant, and how one we can enjoy life when one knows how.
Bobsheaux's not going to imitate people that he's actually interacted with. Razorblade, Bambi Man. Not going to do that one. That's,
Sorry.
that could be taken. You know, Phalus obviously. I'm sorry, I'm still choking.
Sorry.
Phalus obviously puts on that voice.
I don't know, maybe. I haven't seen any of his behind-the-scenes stuff. I don't know.
Didn't he just get married?
Yes, to Obscura Stupa, I believe, and maybe that's, for all we know, maybe that's her thing.
No, that is not.
You never know. You never know.
We know.
Anyway, continuing on with Beetlejuice.
Yes, Beetlejuice and Jack Skellington hanging out.
My servant cried. He thought I lost his bird. How could he suspect me? 25th August. Happy birthday, Tim Burton. I must kill a man. I must. It's gonna be you, Timmy boy. 30th August. It is done. But what a little thing. I had gone for a walk in the forest of Verne. I was thinking of nothing, literally nothing. A child was in the road. A little child eating a slice of bread and butter. He stops to see me pass and says, "Good day, Mr. President!" And the thought enters my head. Shall I kill him? Next.
Next is going to be a voice from the chat.
Check.
Okay. Jafar. OG Jafar.
As opposed to Descendants Jafar,
Yes.
who does not exist.
Barely mentioned. No bearing on the story at all.
I answer, "Are you alone, my boy?" "Yes, sir." "All alone in the wood?" "Yes, sir." "Well, then perhaps I should throw you into this cave and see what happens." The wish to kill him intoxicated me like wine. I approached him quite softly, persuaded that he was going to run away. And suddenly I seized him by the throat. He looked at me with terror in his eyes. Such eyes! He held my wrist in his little hands, and his body writhed like a feather over the fire. Then he moved no more. I threw the body in the ditch and some weeds on top of it. I returned home and dined well. What a little thing it was. Next.
I have seen you ask if Bobsheaux had answered your question a couple of times. I have never seen the question. So, and I don't have time to go back and look. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, so that was your farce. Next is a sponsored post.
From who?
That's the wrong one. ATM!
ATM! Thank you. And we're rolling.
Rolling is an 8.
Ah.
I recently watched the original Transformers show, and I love it. Now, something me and Bob have in common. You both mean a lot. Thank you. And the voice is Excited Scooby.
In the evening, I was very gay, right rejuvenated. I passed the evening at the prefects. They found me witty, but I have not seen the blood. I am tranquil. 31st August. The body has been discovered. They're hunting for the assassin. Uh-oh. 1st September. 2 tramps have been arrested. Proofs are lacking. 2nd September. The parents have seen me. They wept. Uh-oh. Next.
Next is a voice from the chat.
This is from chat.
Move that one. Move that one. And it is a voice from the chat. Kermit as Batman.
That is ridiculous. Excuse me while I
Hang out.
fetch
Ben.
invisible
we'll do
Kermit
yours
here.
next.
Oh, do we have Ben? Ah,
Ben's
there he
here,
is.
But he's running. He's got to run off. So we'll do his after you do Kermit as Batman.
Oh no. Sorry you can't stay longer.
Well, maybe he'll get back in time to jump back in.
And yet again, it's never easy being green.
On a green screen.
Ooh, I'm a ghost.
Actually, you look. It's kind of offensive.
Oh God. I'd walk a million miles for one of your smiles,
No.
baby. Come on, that is hilarious. It was a character in one of my movies named Gypsy Mammy. What was I supposed to do?
Rise above.
Gypsy Mammy!
No! Stop it.
Still tuning up, just a minute here. And I'm Batman, right? Yes?
Yes, Batman.
What are you? I'm Batman. 6 October. Nothing has been discovered. Some strolling vagabond must have done the deed. Ah, if I had seen the blood flow, it seems to me I should be tranquil now. The desire to kill is in my blood. It's like the passion of my youth at 20. I am vengeance. I am the night. I'm Batman. Okay, you want a real Batman. 20th October! Yet another! I was walking by the river after breakfast. I saw, under a willow, a
That sounds
fisherman
like
sneak.
Gonzo.
This is Gonzo?
A little more Gonzo than Kermit, I think.
Well, crap, now everyone is going to think it's him. It's the perfect cover! It was noon. A spade was standing in a potato field nearby, as if expressly for me. Next.
Next, we're going to do Ben's sponsored post.
Thank you, Ben.
I'm not gonna be able to read that.
And Ben gets splash, splash, 100-yard dash. I love it.
Gotta go grocery shopping, but I'll recommend Starscream, starting with Starscream as the Wicked Witch of the West.
I took it! I returned! I raised it like a club, and with one blow of the edge, I cleft the fisherman's head. Oh, he bled! This one, rose-colored blood, it flowed into the water quite gently, and I went away with a grave step. If I had been seen, I should have made an excellent assassin. I'll get you, my fisherman, and your little head too.
Next, Tiny Goblin Darth Vader.
Tiny Goblin Darth Vader, what the hell? 25th October. The affair of the fisherman makes a great stir. His nephew, who fished with him, is charged with the murder. 26th October. The examining magistrate affirms that the nephew is guilty. Everyone in town believes it.
And finally, in Ben's sponsored post, an angry watermelon.
I never thought about what kind
Be
of...
an angry watermelon.
Never thought what kind of emotions vegetables would have, or fruits. But now that you're making me think about it, I kind of always imagine watermelons might be kind of chill. Hey, I'm a watermelon. Oh, you're gonna eat me now, huh? That's cool. We're savory. I
Now
get it.
imagine that character, but angry.
This is angry?
Yeah.
'Alright. 27th October. The nephew makes a very poor witness. He had gone to the village to buy bread and cheese, he declared. He swore that his uncle had been killed in his absence. Who would believe him? 28th October. The nephew has all but confessed. They have badgered him so. Justice! I am so confused right now. Next. And Ben makes a suggestion for an angry watermelon after my mammy joke. Shame on you, Ben! What's next? Baby, everything alright? Raven, are you there? I can't hear you. You're muted. Adjusting your camera is not making you unmuted. Raven, hello? Can you hear me? Raven? You okay? Sorry, just a second. Sorry, I'm just now getting her message that she accidentally hung up on me on Skype. One moment. Oop. Just a moment. Sorry about that. That was weird.
I accidentally hung up the call on Skype. I'm no longer. You're no longer sharing screens with me.
I'm sharing screens with you now. We're all good.
Sorry about that.
Me too. That was awkward.
I have to go here.
I'm trying to talk with you, but you're just kind of staring benignly, like,
I wasn't staring benignly. I was trying to find Zoom.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, Felix, we're old. And we fear change.
Well, maybe we would fear change less if change would stop messing up our systems. Oh no, not updates! No!
God, not updates!
Please, no, we just want you to keep working!
Where were we? What were we doing? I have no idea. I'm so lost.
Last thing we did was an angry watermelon.
Angry watermelon from Ben.
Which was one of Ben's suggestions. And how do you make a watermelon angry? I don't know.
I heard none of it. I'm sure it was great.
It was kinda this. Is this appropriately angry for a relaxed fellow like the watermelon? I don't know.
When you started saying, talking about the original voice of what you thought just a watermelon would sound like, I pictured this really chill kind of hippie guy.
Kinda.
So I was thinking you were going to go for like righteous indignation for the cause, you know? An angry hippie.
I kind of pictured more a surfer dude, so just kind of, hey, you're harshing my buzz, man.
Yeah. Speaking of.
Hey, are you drinking without rolling?
No, I'm bubbling. I'm trying not to set my wig on fire.
You're my gal and I'm your fella. You look swell and I'll look sweller. Setting your hair on fire. Anyway, what's next?
The devil's lettuce.
Yeah, I gotta get that bubbling. The macro pack.
Yes, you do. Okay, so that was a sponsored post from Ben.
Yes.
Who I saw when I was trying to get back to where I was on the right place, in the right place. He said that he thanked you for that. That was great.
And thank you for the wonderful suggestion, Ben. You're awesome.
Happy grocery shopping.
Yes, now off with you.
Next is a voice from the chat.
Voices from chat.
Oogie boogie. We got to raise a glass.
Yes, we do. This one is for you, Mr. Ken Page.
Too much drink!
And that is it for that.
Oh my god, he's such a lush.
Oh, it was on its last legs anyway. But don't worry.
Water as well?
Sure.
Robert!
But don't worry, I got a spare. I got water too.
At least you're not drinking lemonade this time. Like a bitch.
Hey. Shut up, that's my feel-good drink right there.
I know, but that's like wine coolers. You don't come to a booze party and bring wine coolers.
Hey, I am the party. Okay, continuing with Ken Page as Oogie Boogie.
Yes.
So, himself, basically.
15th November. There are overwhelming proofs against the nephew, who was his uncle's heir. I shall preside at the sessions. 25th January. To death! To death! To death! I've had him condemned to death. Ah, the Advocate General spoke like an angel. Yet another. I shall go to him to see him executed. March 10th. It is done. They guillotined him this morning. He died very well. Very well. That gave me pleasure. How fine it is to see a man's head cut off.
And the final voice for the story, which is a sponsored post.
Yes, I was looking up the... He wasn't just Oogie Boogie.
No, he was also the big-lipped alligator of big-lipped alligator fame. And he was that one cat from Cats whose name escapes me, and we still need to finish watching that musical.
My mind may be wandering, but I don't know the tune, but I confess, I believe it is old Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy, that was it.
I guess I don't know the tune. Oh well.
We do need to finish it.
We do.
So we can finally have some kind of point of reference to see how horrible the movie is.
Oh no! That's why you started watching it with me?
Well, it's one of those things we have to see.
You gotta see Hamilton.
Do gotta see Hamilton, absolutely.
We're both big musical nerds. It's okay though.
Maybe that's why I was the only person who was okay with Joker 2.
Can't give any spoilers, you're gonna end up having to review it, but... Say nothing.
But yes, sponsored post for the final voice for this story.
It is a sponsored post we are doing as the final voice for this story, and it is from Anthony Watson and I. Natural 20!
Yes! Thank you, Anthony! Oh, yeah. Crack that seal. Satisfying.
It is so good.
One.
Get you some frozen limeade concentrate, half strength, and then the rest of the liquid cranberry juice. And get you some pomegranate or cranberry vodka if you can find it. I can't find it anymore.
Is it one of those things that they just stopped doing?
I hope not. That was good.
Oh no. Scary monster face on the back cover is gonna get you. Me.
Alright, Anthony Watson.
What does he got for us?
Beginning with Pastor Wolfabob. Hallelujah.
Pastor Wolfabob, ending us on the story of how glorious it is to kill people. Wonderful. Shame on you. Hey, Folk Madness, if you're listening, you need adult-sized puppets. These tiny, child-sized things with their child-sized hands will not do.
I also like Magical Mr. Mistopheles. Shy.
Again, no idea what you're talking about.
Nope, we haven't gotten that far.
Now I shall wait. I can wait. It would take such a little thing to let myself be caught. The manuscript contained yet other pages, but without relating any new crime. Alienist physicians to whom the awful story have been submitted declare that there are in the world many undiscovered madmen as adroit and as much to be feared as this monstrous lunatic. Can I get it in here now?
Now, ASMR Cookie Monster. That's a good one.
Yes, it is. First, let's see. What do we want to read next? Yes?
ASMR is a whisper.
Yes, I know.
Don't blow everybody's headphones off.
I will do my best. Aha. Let us move on to another particular favorite of mine, The Buried Alive. Page 358. So many wonderful stories in here. I gotta find time to read them all. 589 is that? Crap, I lost it already. What was it? 3 something. Stand by. $358, not $385. I got it backwards. I'm dyslexic today. There we go.
The buried alive. I had been for some time ill, of a low and lingering fever. Me strength gradually wasted, but me sense of life seemed to become more and more acute as me corporeal powers became weaker. Me could see by looks of doctor that he despaired of me recovery, and the soft and whispering sorrows of me friends taught me that me had nothing to hope. Not even Cookie.
Not even Cookie.
Not even Cookie.
And finally, in this sponsored post, a very sleepy Luna.
One day, towards the evening, the crisis took place. I was seized with a strange and indescribable quivering. Rushing sound was in my ears. I saw around my couch innumerable strange faces. They were bright and visionary, and without bodies. And I'm going to fall asleep now because I'm Yuna.
That's right. Next is a voice from the chat.
This is from chat.
Woo. Peanut as the Grinch.
Quick question before we continue. Are any of your little fur babies in here?
No, they are not.
Aw,
They could be.
So we're not going to see Luna's derp tail just kind of poking up into frame. Or you being suddenly glomped on by Percy Purrs.
Well, we can try it.
We don't have to. I'm just asking if that might be happening. Okay. Peanut as... what was it?
The Grinch.
The Grinch, that's right. There was light and solemnity, and I tried to move but could not.
Luna!
A lot.
Luna!
Uh-oh, we're looking for Luna.
Luna, Luna!
It's always fun seeing her come in.
Come here. You've been requested.
Yes, indeed. Cat!
Come here, Luna. Hello, Percy. You can go in too.
And now we will get nothing done. Because we're covered in kitty. They have really cornered the market on sounding pathetic.
Come on, Percy. Come on. Percy. Come on. Percy, come here. Okay, I'll leave the door open for a minute. God, you're stubborn.
Never leaves you alone unless you actually call him. But we do have Luna. Hi, Luna. Psst, psst, psst.
Were you napping?
Now I'm cuddling. And I'm gonna climb on your chair. And I'm gonna rub my face against you. I'm gonna try to bump your headphones off because I'm Luna. She has the cutest little mittens.
Percy.
Ba-dum, ba-dum. There it is.
And it's like, no, you can't get up on Mama.
She's mine now.
Right.
It's my time for cuddles.
Percy.
But if Luna's covering that side, then how am I supposed to do the full body cuddle?
Oh God, can you tell the size difference?
He's dwarfing her. And he's only still a pup.
No, I think he's done growing. He turns 2 in January. But he's more than double her weight.
Oh.
She's just a little old lady.
Asserting her dominance.
Absolutely. No. This is my mama. You can't has.
I know, I got all kind of stuff on me. Headphones, wig, mask.
This is starting to become a stream for cats, says MRR Productions. Yes, as all streams should be.
I can't do anything like this.
Do you cats want to read?
Read what?
Oh wait, sorry. You're trying to speak to people who don't speak your language, so I will read it accordingly.
Percy is pretty.
Is he?
Yes. Someone, Jimmy asked if he was goofy or smart. He's pretty.
That is the polite way of saying goofy.
He's not super goofy.
Isn't he?
He's a brat.
Yes, he is certainly a brat. That cannot be denied.
You
You
sound like
must go to where... Sorry, I missed that. What does it say? You must go to where I cannot. Pingerban. Sorry, Tyler Fish. I don't know what that means.
me either.
Meow.
No, Percy from Critical Role Campaign 1, Taliesin Jaffe's character. Purrcy.
Cat pun. Ah.
He has a whole long name.
It is Percival... Oh, I forget his middle name, Pers.
Hang on, I have to put the cats down. I can't get anything done like this anyway. Get down. Get down. You can be in here. Now you can close the door.
Home Cruise asks, have I seen The Penguin? I have not been sold on the Matt Reeves Batman, so I have not seen any of the Penguin TV show, which I hear has been doing well, but it's just not speaking to me. Sorry. I didn't see Penguin. I barely saw Batman. Didn't see Catwoman. Didn't see Riddler. The writing was all there. Again, we're talking about the Batman here. But it just felt like it didn't want to be a Batman movie.
I have his full name now.
Oh.
Percival Feleinstein von Miausel Klawowski de Rollo the Purd. Instead of the third.
Wow. And what are you looking at to read all of that?
I've typed it enough that it's in my predictive text once I type Percival.
Who are you typing that to?
Facebook.
You know what you have to do? I'm sure there's something out there that that makes these for cat lovers like ourselves. You need to have that on a birth certificate for your little Percy. Just so everyone knows at all times what his full name is.
That's his name at the vet. They have it in his records. You better believe it.
Oh, I do believe it. Percival von what? Yes, type it again!
All I have to do is type P-U-R-C, P-U-R-R-C.
Yeah.
Percival Felinstein.
Percival Felinstein.
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 Von Meowsel.
Von Meowsel.
Klawowski.
Klawowski.
Derolo.
Derolo?
Derolo was Percy's last name in the show. Percival Derolo.
Percival Derolo.
Yes. The third, but instead for the cat, it's the purd.
I'm thinking of saying your name all in one letter through the chat, but I think I may cause commotion.
Percy, get down from there.
Not sure I follow what you mean there, HRR Productions. Don't know how you can say my name all in one letter. What might that possibly mean? I don't know. Anyway. Continuing on with Peanut doing the Grinch. That's where we left
Peanut
at.
doing the Grinch, yes.
For a short time, a terrible confusion overwhelmed me, and when it passed off, all my recollection returned with the most perfect distinctness, but the power of motion had departed. I have no idea what this book is saying. But I do know this, once you go purple, you never go back.
Next is a sponsored post from Noah Harris.
Noah Harris, thank you.
15.
We.
You're gonna be drunk.
I will not be drunk, I will simply be of French descent. Haha. Lovely.
Noah would like to hear you read as Lord Farquaad.
Lord Farquaad. Which is the most subtly offensive name ever. Let's see, here we are. I heard the sound of weeping at my pillow, and the voice of the nurse say, "He is dead!" I cannot describe what I felt at these words. I exerted my utmost power of volition to serve or to stir myself, but I could not move even an eyelid. After a short pause, see what I did there? My friend drew near, and, sobbing and convulsed with grief, he drew his hand over my face and closed my eyes. The world was then darkened, but I could still hear, and feel, and suffer. Next.
Next is a voice from the chat.
Found the chat.
I forgot where I put the notebook. When I got up and got the cats. Bernie Sanders.
When my eyes were closed, I heard by the attendants that my friend had left the room, and I soon after found the undertakers were preparing to habit me in the garments of the grave. Hey, I'm not dead yet! Their thoughtlessness was more awful than the grief of my friends. They laughed at one another as they turned me from side to side and treated what they had believed the corpse with the most upholding ribaldry. This guy's dead!
Pardon me, my window is open and I'm cold.
My window is closed and I'm not.
I know.
Because I'm in California. Where fall has yet to catch up with me. And by the way, this October has flown by so fast. I'm sorry, everybody.
It really has. We're working on it. We're working on it.
We are. Next.
Next is a sponsored post, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, Bernie's okay. And this is from ATM.
ATM, thank you.
12. Little drinks.
But big motions, because it's funny.
No, it's not.
We've discussed this. Drinking from the bottle is so much more amusing than taking little sips from the glass.
It looks terrible, though.
Yes, it does. That's why it's funny. Next.
That
We're in
was
this
the
voice of the chat.
Sponsor, yes.
No, sponsor post.
This is sponsor post. We just took a drink.
Yes.
Extremely excited Shaggy.
Like, get over here, Scoob! Like, when they had laid me out, those wretches retired, and the degrading formality of affected mourning commenced. For 3 days, a number of friends called to see me. I heard them, in low accents, speak of what I was, and more than one touched me with his finger. Like, gross, man. On the 3rd day, some of them talked of the smell and corruption in the room. Like, what are you doing hanging around my dead body, man? Leave me alone. Just bury me already. Next.
Anthony, I love you, but we're not doing that last one. Stop reading the screen.
You did it!
Broom.
You called attention to it. I had to.
Do the broom.
Sorry, what?
Do the broom.
Do the broom.
Whack, 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 broom.
Oh, pfft.
Commence beating.
Ow, 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 ow.
You started that crap. Anyway, next is a different sponsor post.
Like a million miles from where you smile.
Robert, stop it.
I know I have many people who are chatting here with me who are some of my patrons. I apologize for not knowing who is who exactly, but some of you may have seen in my Getting to Know Bobsheaux videos that Raven and I had yet to see one of my favorite movies of all time back when I was just a little tiny cinephile, The Brave Little Toaster. We recently saw that, and what did you think, sweetheart?
It was good, but it made me mad.
Why did it make you mad?
Because they were mean to the blanket for no reason. They were just being jerks to the little blanket. Because he was little and sensitive.
They're all in the exact same boat where they miss the master just as much as he does. But for some reason, they all have to pick on him about it.
Just not fair, man.
But eventually the toaster did come to realize, hey, this isn't cool. I probably shouldn't be doing this.
Ooh, I'm so glad that didn't tip all the way over my open bottle of water.
Oh my goodness.
It was leaned like this up against my roll of paper towels.
Oh crap.
That would have cut the evening short.
Indeed it would have. But I just gotta laugh at how looking back at it with the eyes of an adult audience member. As all of the various appliances and such are sinking into this pit of quicksand, and the radio is the last to go, what does he start playing for his final broadcast as he meets his end? He starts playing the Mammy song that Al Jolson sang from the Jazz Singer. You know, for kids. Mammy, don't you know me?
Robert, stop. Do the sponsored post.
Which was what again? Sorry?
I haven't rolled. We haven't done anything. I haven't said anything. Shut up. Let me do a job.
20.
Oh, this is from the Crochet Goblin.
Crochet Goblin, thank you.
13.
Best number ever.
No.
Ooh, should that be a new rule? 2 drinks for 20 and 13.
Mm-mm. No, don't invite bad luck. No.
Bad luck is the best luck. And what does the Crocheted Goblin have for us?
Hey guys, my voice suggestion is Oogie Boogie for the great Ken Page, who also passed this year. Remember, they sent this a while before you did Oogie Boogie.
That's alright.
That's okay, we'll do it again.
Absolutely.
Also, quick life update, I'm a junior in college now. Congratulations!
Woo! You're almost there. Almost there. Let's see, where was I? That's where I was.
The coffin was procured. I was lifted and laid in.
Oh no, this is terrible. I can't read this as Ken Page, who just died.
Oh no!
I was lifted and laid in.
You must.
Into band camp with the crocheted goblin. Welcome to your first band camp. which is a good thing. I know that that this is your first stream here that you're attending. I don't know if this is the first stream that you've seen, but here you go. This is a good thing. If you are in band camp, that means you have done.
Yeah, I think this is not their first stream watching, but I don't remember ever seeing them comment before. So.
No, this is their first time in chat. So welcome. Now away with you.
I want band camp.
Everyone wants to be in band camp. You are banned forever for the next 5 seconds. Anyway.
It's got a revolving door. I don't understand how it doesn't seem to work like we expect it to.
It's like Arkham.
My friend placed my head on what was deemed its last pillow, and I felt his tears drop on my face. Oh! I'm going to hell for this! Next.
Can't do any more Oogie Boogie.
I can't do any more Oogie Boogie. It's terrible. This is the wrong story for dead people. Especially the recently deceased.
Alright, next is a voice from the chat. Skektek, the scientist.
Thank you, Mark Campbell, for being you, so I can remember who you are and who
That's
you play.
right. Joker Tech.
Pretty much, yeah.
Skek Joker.
When all who had any peculiar interest in me had for a short time looked at me in the coffin, I heard them retire, and the Undertaker's men placed the lid on the coffin and screwed it down. There were 2 of them present. One had occasion to go away before the task was done. I heard the fellow who was left begin to whistle as he turned the screw nails, but he checked himself and completed the work in silence. I was then left alone. Everyone shunned the room. I knew, however, that I was not yet buried, and though hearkened and motionless, I still had hope, for this was not permitted long. Next!
Next is a sponsored post from ATM.
ATM, thank you, sir. What do we got?
First we got to roll.
Hee.
Natural 20!
Yes!
Why does this always happen during these streams?
Because the dice gods are watching you when they're laughing.
Can't I amuse you while I'm playing D&D?
No, it's funnier when you lose. And 2, there we go.
Whew.
And what does ATM have for us?
Lugosi Dracula, happy and drunk.
Oh, that'll be a stretch. Of course, I never drink wine. So if someone wants to give me some heroin while no one's looking, that would be great. I'm sorry, is that below the belt?
Yes.
Forgive me. You were a great man, Mr. Lugosi. We all love and respect you. The day of interment arrived. I felt the coffin lifted and borne away, and I heard and felt it placed in the hearse. There was a crowd of people around. Some of them spoke sorrowfully of me. The hearse began to move. I knew that it carried me to the grave. It halted, and the coffin was taken out. I felt myself carried on the shoulders of men by the inequality of the motion. I paused and soothed. I heard the cords of the coffin moved. I felt it swing as dependent by them. It was lowered and rested on the bottom of the grave. The cords were dropped upon the lid.
What happened to Happy?
Hmm?
What happened to Happy?
I'm being dramatic! Leave me alone! The right reading for this is the one I'm giving it. Carlo? Sidekick? Blank you! I heard them fall. Dreadful was the effort I then made to exert the power of my action, but my whole frame was immovable. I can be happy despite them lowering me into my grave. Watch. This is the most comfortable coffin I've ever been in. See, there we go. I am drunk and I'm happy. What do we have next?
Voices from the chat.
Voices from the chat. Blah.
Scar as Smog.
Scar as Smog.
The dragon.
I was gonna say, what's the spelling on that? Is that S-M-O-G or S-M-A-U-G?
Smog.
Smaug, as some might say. I don't know.
Smog.
Smaug. Smaug. I need to come back out. You can't come back out. I don't know how to do Smog exactly, so this is just me doing Scar in a attempt to what may be Smog. I don't know.
Soon after, a few handfuls of earth were tossed upon the coffin. Then there was another pause, after which the shovel was employed, and the sound of the rattling mold as it covered me was far more tremendous than thunder. But I could make no effort. The sound gradually became less and less, and by a surging reverberation in the coffin, I knew that the grave was filled up, and that the sexton was treading in the earth, slapping the grave with the flat of his spade. This too ceased, and then all was silent.
I'm not mad at it. Good night, Luke.
I know you're not mad at it.
Good night, Luke. Luke is leaving.
Have a good
Going
night,
to
Luke.
sleep.
Sarabi!
Stop it.
No.
Yes. Next is a sponsored post.
Telling you gotta do that audio. Somehow.
Colin is going to band camp.
Oh, is he? What does Colin have for us?
First, I have to roll.
First we have to roll.
19? Gravy.
Oh, I love these
I had to
streams.
pour another drink.
So what does Colin have for us?
Oh. Forgot.
That was the point.
Grandma Sandwich is a showgirl.
Oh, yes,
Band.
yes, yes. All the band. Away with you, sir.
I'm just happy to snuggle together over there, huh?
Aw.
They're not actually snuggling, but they're closer than they usually are.
Do they snuggle?
Occasionally, they like to share a laundry basket with clean laundry in it, or dirty laundry in it. But either way, If it's clean, they'll make it dirty by shedding all over it.
There you go.
But no, every day now, when Graybo comes out of her room, where she spends with my son, he goes in there and they cuddle.
Aww. That's adorable. Auntie Luna has accepted him.
And no, Auntie Luna tolerates him.
That's enough.
I think Auntie Graybo will see, when he was a very little kitten, Graybo rang his bell really hard for being obnoxious, and like she hit him so hard on the top of his head that his chin hit the floor, came back up, and she hit him again. And you heard it thunk thunk. And he was stunned for a minute. I mean, she knocked the fire from that boy. But and it established a little bit of respect that he does not have for Luna.
Sometimes you gotta do that. Sorry, Percy Purse.
And Luna just hissed at him when he was little, and he didn't take that as personally. So even though she meant it personally, he just never developed any kind of respect for her because she didn't beat the tar out of him. And they're 16 years old. These ladies do not want to be his playmate.
But they're stuck with him.
They're stuck with him, yes.
They're stuck with this rambunctious little child who just wants to be all up in their business. When he's not...
the way when Luna grooms him, you could tell it's like, God, I can't believe I have to be responsible for this thing. And he's always so dirty.
Boys, right?
When he wants to cuddle, he'll just come and like sit on her, and she's half his weight. Just flop down, lay on her, and she struggles to get out.
That is adorable.
Now do something that's not adorable. Grandma Sandwich is a showgirl.
Yes. Pardon me, we're getting wildly off track here. Let's see, where was I? Oh, it was silent, that's right.
I had no means of knowing the lapse of time, and the silence continued. This is death, I thought, and I am doomed to remain in the earth till the resurrection. That's right, I said the word erection. Presently, the flesh...
Oh my God.
I just peed.
Ew.
Presently, the body will fall into corruption, and the Epicurean worm that is only satisfied with the flesh of man, I can relate, will come to partake of the banquet that has been prepared for him with so much solicitude and care, and that worm is gonna chow down on a grandma sandwich. Don't know how to read that as a showgirl, so I'm just gonna dance for you now. You're welcome.
No. Oh.
And again, I love how Nathan Lane as Gomez, in all of his overt ridiculousness, he could not contain himself while she was giving that monologue. It was all he could do to hide his face from the audience. I can't let them see me!
There was no not laughing.
There was no not laughing. Because Gomez has no reason to be embarrassed by that. He's Gomez frickin' Adams. This is all normal to them. But it's Nathan Lane. He couldn't hold it.
And he was trying so hard to not ruin the scene by just laughing all over the place.
Practically laying on the table at the end.
No, don't look at me, I'm not here.
Trying to be professional.
God bless him, he tried.
He tried so hard. Shame on you, Colin. This was a terrible idea.
Was it though?
Okay, next is a voice from the chat.
I love you guys. I do.
We need the Furba babies for this one.
I take it back. I hate every single one of you.
Furbies as Lock, Shock, and Barrel.
Blech.
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta have the Furby babies on here. We can't be mean with the Furbies, even though they're pure evil.
Alright, we're little bastards. Let's see. We got this guy. We've got Abomination. And let's see, what else? Oh, of course they're right here on top because you people are always asking for them. This unholy little freak. Oops. Uh-oh.
Is the stream chat on live chat or top chat?
It says it's on live chat, but, could use a bit of a refresher, maybe?
Maybe so.
Change that to top chat, then live chat. There we go. Okay. Is it working again? Because it looks like it is.
If it's moving, it's working.
There we go. Yes, it's working. Okay, so moving on with the Furba babies. Was this a voice from the chat or sponsored post?
This is a voice from the chat.
Voices from the chat.
Lock, Shock, and Barrel.
In the contemplation of the city, yes, thought I heard a low and an under sound of the earth over me. And I fancied that the worms and the reptiles of death were coming, that the mole of the rat head of the grave would soon be upon me. The sun continued to grow louder and louder. Can it be I thought that my friends suspect they have thrown me too soon? The hope was surely like a light bursting through the gloom of death. Blah, 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 blah. Whee!
Don't throw them.
They're not being thrown, they're committing suicide. I
No,
can't
they're
do
not.
anything about it.
Stop it.
If they want to relieve themselves from the drudgery of life, who am I to say no? Next.
Crochet Goblin is heading to bed, but had a great time and made it to band camp. Yay!
Thank you
See
for joining
next
us,
time,
Crochet Goblin.
Crochet Goblin.
See you later. Next is a sponsored post.
Sponsored post from Anthony Watson.
Anthony Watson, you were too good to us. Good rolling.
You haven't heard the voices yet.
Oh, whatever.
17.
Ah,
I'm gonna have to make another drink.
It is a very happy Halloween indeed. What's he got for us?
Rhapsody Street Kids Granny as Snape.
I knew she was going to be in here somewhere. Ceased recently from my hands as I'm regretful being working around my. I think I missed a page. No, there we go. Dragged me out of the coffin by the felt it living in the album increasingly cold as its carriage along slowly over it is just perhaps predilection. I know this is not me drunk. This is simply me trying to read Rhapsody Grandma as Snape. What the hell? Those voices are so not compatible.
Next in Anthony's sponsored post is Jeremy Irons Juice.
Jeremy Irons Juice.
Jeremy Irons is Beetlejuice.
Sarabi. There's your Jeremy Irons Juice right there.
That's not what he meant.
But you
You're
like
right.
it.
No.
Don't you
My
know?
face itches.
I'll get it for you. When borne to some distance, I was thrown down like a clod. It was not upon the ground. A moment after, I found myself on the carriage, and by the interchange of 2 or 3 brief sentences, I discovered that I was in the hands of 2 of those robbers who live by plundering the grave and selling bodies of parents and children and friends. One of the men sung snatches and scraps of obscene songs, and the cart rattled over the pavement of the streets. Oh, baby, do you remember? He's talking about that one guy from that Candid of Curiosity show where they had the giant rats. You remember that?
No. What?
When you were visiting me this summer, we started watching Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities. Now you remember.
Yes.
And one of the stories was about one of these very fine gentlemen who robbed graves to sell the bodies to scientists and such. And one of these gentlemen found a series of tunnels that were connecting all of these graves together that were dug by giant rats. And I forget the exact reason, but there was this one body that this one guy just had to have, so he was simultaneously chasing and being chased by giant rats through these tunnels in a graveyard. Like, oh my god, what even is this story? How do you do that? How do you see this and think, yeah, I want to go in there? I'm pretty sure there are other cemeteries, sir. Next. After you're done typing what you're typing.
Yes, I'm done typing what I was typing. Okay, and last in that sponsored post is Lilac.
Ew. Frickin' Lilac.
Yes.
And you can't tell it. Whoa! Oh, wow. That's not right.
What?
You were looking at Furby show and saying that he looks sad? Look at this frickin' thing.
Wow, I am so baked right now. And you don't have the bubbled macro. When it halted, I was lifted out, and I soon perceived, by the closeness of the air and the change of temperature, that I was carried into a room, and being rudely stripped of my shroud, was placed naked on a table. Oh my! By the convention of the 2 fellows and the servant who admitted them, I learned that I was that night to be dissected. Bam, bam, bam!
Okay.
Next.
Next, what was that? That was from sponsored
That was a
post?
sponsor post from ATM, I believe.
Yes.
Thank you, by the way.
No. That wasn't ATM, was it? No, it was Anthony Watson? Oh god.
Sorry. We get distracted, and it's easy to lose track of who's giving us what suggestions. Ooh, excuse me. Blech.
Yeah. Okay, so what did you just do? The Furbies?
I
No,
just
it was
did
Lilac.
Lilac.
Okay.
I hate that I know its name.
Alright, so the next one is a sponsored post. Okay. No, the next one is a voice from the chat. And we want to hear...
HR... Sorry, what?
We want to hear Mafia Boss Oopsie.
Of course. HR Production says, Furbies are the worshippers of the devil. And I have no doubt that that's actually a hashtag. With several articles and tweets linking to it.
No!
Anyway. Let's see, where did I put this little bit of nightmare fuel?
I'm not real.
Yes, you are!
I'm all in Corazone's imagination.
No, you're real, Oopsie. Believe in yourself.
Oopsie!
Come on, the camera work in that show was... Wow, I can't believe I'm saying this. The camera work in that show was too perfect.
No!
Where they allowed both a shot of her being in the scene and out of the scene. Where, like in Joker, if you look at the two together, you can plainly see that Oopsie is not real. She's all a figment of Corazone's imagination.
No. Do you want out?
Uh-oh.
Hang on. How about you, Purse? Nope. Percy never wants to go out.
Nobody Z, I cannot tell you my opinions that I may or may not have on my adventures with Superman or Batman Cape Crusaders. We don't talk about the things in the streams in case I want to talk about them in a review later. So I can't say that now, but in the future, who knows? Although at least I have actually seen Batman Cape Crusader, so at least I'm that far ahead. So anyway, Mafioso Oopsie.
Mafioso Oopsie, yes.
Mafioopsie.
Mafioopsie.
My eyes were still shut. I saw nothing, but in a short time I heard, by the bustle in the room, that the students of anatomy were assembling. Some of them came around the Oopsie and examined me minutely. They were pleased to find so good a specimen that had been procured. The demonstrator himself at last came in, said, "Wait a minute, this guy is still alive! Oopsie!"
Home Crew says the Oopsie father.
Oh, God. Oopsie, I said no icing people at my wedding.
I had to, baby. Oopsie has to.
Perfect. Alright, the next is a sponsored post.
By the way, when the sequel finally comes out, please call it Zootopia. That would be so awesome.
I cannot wait for the sequel to Zootopia. Next is a sponsored post.
Sponsored post from who?
From Alex, ATM.
From ATM. Boom. Thank you, sir.
Velma 2023 is gone. Woohoo. Is it really? Has it been canceled? Thank goodness.
Not even the hate watchers could suspend
No. We specifically did not. We started to watch it.
Oh?
We started to... Yeah, remember? We watched the first episode.
You must have watched it with your family because I have no recollection of that.
Oh.
But that's okay.
It was awful. So
I had no...
deliberately not reviewed it because...
I had no reason to or desire to watch it. It just looked that terrible. And I couldn't even give it hate watches.
No.
Because at the end, it doesn't matter why you watch, only that you did watch it.
Oh, anyway, I forgot to roll.
They're not getting my views.
16!
Oh, I love it so.
I just finished mine off.
Hashtag Mariah. Hashtag Mariah's breakout in 2 days. Ah!
Mariah's breakout.
I love Christmas. It is the most wonderful time of the year. Or at least it's a close second with Halloween. But stay in your lane. Wait for a while before we start hearing,
It is
Don't want much for Christmas.
what?
It is a sad and pitiful commentary on this country when Mariah Carey has become the symbol of Christmas. She's awful.
I'm sorry, I forgot that you have a personal beef with her. Other Halloweenies like myself, they just hate how she and every other Christmas thing out there starts to encroach upon the Halloween season before Halloween has even had a chance to come and go. But I totally forgot about your personal thing with her. I'm sorry.
She married her producer so that she could dick over Whitney Houston.
Dick over Whitney Houston? What?
Yes. They had the same record. They were on the same label.
Oh, really?
And Mariah Carey married the producer so that she would get top billing and get promoted more. And
Did it work?
yes.
Ah! Oh, ouch.
Anyway. ATM, Alex says, Velma 2023 is gone. Woohoo. Voice. Oh, by the way, you two mean an awful lot to me.
Oh, you
Raven
mean that to
Bob.
us.
My queen and king. Thank you.
Oh,
And
jeez.
the
No, don't say that. We can't live up to that.
Thank you. The voice is the Grinch and Frankenstein mix. Grinchenstein.
That's just Karloff.
Frankench.
Frankenstein. Dun, dun, dun. My eyes were still shut. I saw nothing, but in a short time I heard, by the bustle in the room, that the students of anatomy were assembling. Some of them came round the table and examined me minutely. They were pleased to find that so good a subject had been procured. The demonstrator himself at last came in. Previous to beginning the dissection, he proposed to try me on some galvanic experiment, and an apparatus was arranged for that purpose. The first shock vibrated through all my nerves. Oh wow, this is good for Frankenstein. They rung and jangled like the strings of a harp. The students expressed their admiration at the convulsive effect. The second shock threw my eyes open, and the first person I saw was the doctor who had attended me. But still I was dead. I could, however, discover among the students the faces of many with whom I was familiar, and when my eyes were opened, I heard my name pronounced by several of the students with an accent of awe and compassion, and a wish that it had been some other subject.
Very good.
So all of my friends are seeing me dead and naked on a slab, and convulsing with electricity pulsing through my veins. Fun.
Ugh.
And for the final voice for this story,
Is a voice from the chat.
voices from chat.
And Butch the Bully as a serious villain.
Oh dear.
Yes.
When they had satisfied themselves with the galvanic phenomena, the demonstrator took the knife and pierced me in the bosom with the point. I felt a dreadful crackling, as it were, throughout my whole frame. A convulsive, shuddering instantly followed, and a shriek of horror rose from all present. The ice of death was broken up. My trance ended. The utmost exertions were made to restore me, and in the course of an hour, I was in the full possession of all my faculties. and I said to all those present, ha 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 ha! I love being a bully!
Damn it.
Yes! No, it was that. There it is. Everybody, say it with me now. There was a little stream that flowed into the river, and the river flowed and flowed into a giant lake. Ugh. Although, I gotta say, in all seriousness, we have been streaming for about, let's see, it was after 6 o'clock, let's just say, for 2 hours and 15 minutes, we have been streaming, and Raven has not yet had a code Brent, and this is her first one of the evening, so yes, a big round of applause for Raven for holding out for this long. Oh, she is gonna kill me. And, per the tradition, Mike Scanlon and I are banned. Into band camp with the both of us for sending Raven on her code Brent. Oh, I love it so much. Oops, I don't want to be there. I want to be here. In stream number 2. Is that it? Come on. No. Sorry, I need a moment to refresh this here so I can see where I'm going. Come on. Trying to get into the chat so I can talk with you guys while Raven is temporarily detained. Here we go. Thoughts of the live-action Stitch design revealed at D23. Asks Zachary and the Raboot Squad. I don't know if what I saw was accurate. I know that there's a Lilo and Stitch reboot in the works, but what I may have seen was just a very clever piece of fan art. But it's good enough. It looks like Stitch. I can't be angry with it. Pardon me. Raven is attempting to get in contact with me over Skype. I am not reviewing. Simply talking about production art. I think that's different. But, yeah, we want to get that back. Here we are. Okay, good. I'm sure I'm going to have to review this at some point. But for the moment, I think it's safe to say, why? Why are they doing a live-action remake of Lilo and Stitch? I mean, one of the fun things about that movie was just in the art of the animation itself. For whatever reason, Stitch was designed so that he cannot survive in water. And so he's rocketing away to this planet that's mostly covered in water. Uh-oh, he's gonna die. This is funny. Ha ha ha. But then he lands in Hawaii. Uh-oh, what the crap? What are the odds of that happening? But even after that point, the backgrounds are all in watercolor. Of all the things they could have painted those backdrops in, they made the conscious decision to do it in watercolor. To show just how alien this planet really is to our poor little Stitch. And you're not going to get to do that in live action. What is the point? I don't get it. It's weird. Jimmy Brucker asks if I have seen Transformers 1 yet. I have not. I have been waiting to see that with Black Lantern Dave. That's kind of our thing, watching Transformers movies. And I wouldn't be able to say my opinions on that anyway. Again, we're saving that for future reviews. John Lithgow says that he wants to play Lord Farquaad in Shrek 5 despite dying in the first movie, and his ghost getting busted in Shrek 3D. That was a thing. He was a ghost and he was busted? Really? Good for you, Mr. Lithgow, for wanting to continue with this role that people apparently love, but how do you do it? I don't see how that can possibly be a thing. Nicholas Lee asks, since you have been reviewing stories, have you thought about making your own? That is a very, very good question. And I can't speak for everyone, but me personally, I am simply reviewing until I'm at the point where I am making movies myself. The benefit of making these video reviews as I'm giving them to you is it's kind of like I'm able to make a little movie myself every now and then. Sometimes it's a bit more elaborate than others. The Never-Ending Story animated series review, for example, that was kind of a mini movie in and of itself, where I'm kind of going through these established lands of Fantasia, and then finally culminating into what? A confrontation with the unknown of all things. Holy crap! But yeah, I think ultimately all reviewers want to create, but for whatever reason they're simply unable to. Probably through whatever situation they find themselves, they just simply can't do it. So this is the next best thing. Showing what other creators have done and offering what they might do instead. And that's what I try to do. It's not enough to simply just say, this is bad, but... yeah, this is bad, but here's what might have been better. Here's what I would have done if I were in this creative position. And people tend to enjoy that. It's fun to tear into things, certainly, but I find that people really seem to latch on to my suggestions for what might have been better. And that is very, very reassuring. In the event that I actually am in a position to create something myself, reviewing has given me confidence that I might know what I'm doing. Even if I don't have the technical prowess in order to present what I want fully on screen, I know that people can at least appreciate the ideas that I'm trying to represent, which is definitely a plus. Let's see what else we have here. HR Productions says, somebody should ask you to be a cameo in one of their movies since you're really great at acting. People are doing that, actually. It's not the same thing as a legit movie, but Shade Nocturne asked me to do a cameo for his Cool Cat Fights the Coronavirus review, I think it was. He asked me to cameo as this veterinarian named Dr. Cameo, as I'm putting down Cool Cat, me being a veterinarian and all. And it's supposed to be a meerkat, but it's just me, isn't it? It's a meerkat with my eyes, my unibrow, my hair. It's just me. I love it. Thank you, Shade Nocturne, if you're watching. Always good to work with you there, man. There is a Bad Guys Halloween special on Netflix, apparently, says Home Cruise. Gonna have to keep an eye out for that, I suppose. ATM says, you are extremely talented, you and Raven both. Oh, why thank you. Nicholas Lee says, cool, y'all take care. Sounds like he's out of here. So long, Nicholas. Thank you for joining us here in chat. Thoughts on Sony's Spider-Man-less villain universe? Again, Can't give any opinions on things I may or may not have seen because maybe I want to do a legit review on them one day and I want to leave it a surprise. But I haven't seen any of Sony's Spider-Man-less villains universe, and I really... I think I can say this. Maybe my opinions would change in an actual review. But speaking as someone who has not seen any of the movies, I don't understand the point of it. I mean, don't you want to watch the movies for the heroes? Why are we looking at all these villains who are supposed to be connected with Spider-Man, but we're not seeing Spider-Man? Are these villains really interesting enough to hold a whole movie on their own? Apparently not. If the general audience reaction can be any kind of a marker. Anthony Watson says you should do more crossovers with Shade. He is one cool dragon. Yes. Yes, he is. Nobody Z says I'm spending Halloween at my parents' place. I hope you are spending Halloween at your parents' place while scaring small children. They need that. They need that scare. Or scaring teenage girls, at least. Their scares are very, very satisfying. Shy Cartoon Girl says, if I remember correctly, I found you guys from your Land Before Time reviews. It was back in 2017, I believe. That was quite the undertaking, wasn't it? Reviewing several movies in one single review. And, oof, so much to cover. The Land Before Time movies, they just don't stop. I think they've had a couple of more since those reviews were released. And there was also the TV series. I haven't done that. Oh, God. HRR Productions asks, have you thought about doing a review on Shotaro Ishinomori's projects? Shotaro Nishinomoro sounds very Japanese, and I am assuming that this person is doing something anime-related, in which case I have to say no. I am sorry, but anime is not my medium. I don't know what I'm looking at. I have no point of reference. I have no cultural context. Whenever I'm looking at anime, I am just very, very confused, and even worse, I can't understand why I'm confused. So, really, the only thing I can do with anime is do a Nime show, and even that's met with very mixed audience results. But I just sound like an old, confused man when I am doing anime. So, really, all I can do is just become an old man, literally, and just be all confused at the animes, because this is me when I'm looking at them, and I'm all confused. No idea what I'm looking at. So, there you go. Shy Cartoon Girl says, I'm honestly upset with my neighborhood. We have this neighbor who always insists that the kids trick-or-treating on her stupid park, they don't come to the door anymore. Ruins the whole experience. Not sure I understand the problem. She insists that they come to trick-or-treat. I don't see how that's a bad thing exactly, but maybe I'm missing something. Please elaborate, because I want to sympathize, certainly, but I'm just not quite there yet. Nothing's connecting. Huh.
I think it's a trunk-or-treat situation. I think Shy Cartoon is complaining because this one lady is insisting that they do sort of a trick-or-treating in a certain location, like a park.
Oh, as opposed to
instead
traditional...
of going door to door, yeah.
And trunk-or-treating can have its advantages, certainly. Are you back?
I am back. I will uncover my camera in just a second.
Oh, okay.
I have the munchies, so I grabbed a couple pieces of pepperoni.
That works. I will freely admit to being a Halloween purist. I have to say that trick-or-treating must happen door to door, but I begrudgingly must accept that trick-or-treating exists for a reason. maybe you can't do that because you're in a big apartment complex and you can't do that door to door or whatever. Although I gotta laugh at the concept of taking candy from strangers from the back of a van.
Trunk or treat is excellent for babies.
It is.
You don't want to walk the neighborhood getting candy that they're not going to eat, but you still want to show off the costume. That's what trunk or treat's for.
It is a good alternative for people who, for whatever reason, are unable to do traditional trick-or-treating. I get that. You want the experience, but for some reason you don't have access to a traditional neighborhood. Maybe you're in a rural area. Maybe you're in a super urban area where, again, you're just living in apartment buildings and that's very inconvenient to do so. Again, I understand trunk or treat has a purpose. That being said, was there really no other alternative? We had to settle upon trunks. And how... or maybe that was the point. Maybe the point was that, yeah, of course these things are scary, so they're perfect.
Good night, Colin.
I said way back in my review, yes, see you later, Colin. Thank you for joining us tonight. I said way back in my review for Where the Dead Go to Die that ultimately Halloween is the celebration of trust. You're going to strangers and asking for candy, and you're trusting them not to poison you, and in turn, they're trusting you not to egg their car or toilet paper their house. It's an exchange of trust. And that's really needed in this day and age where we don't know who our neighbors are. That's really powerful. So, yeah, trunk or treat. Okay, you know what? Yeah. The trunk is the one place in the world you don't want to accept candy from strangers. Which is why it's absolutely perfect.
And do not even get me started on church harvest carnivals so that you don't participate in Halloween. That pisses me off.
And speaking as a Christian, it pisses me off too. Guys, you're allowed to take some of the wind out of Satan's sails every now and then. You can do that. and that goes for schools and such too. Harvest? Really? Nobody celebrates the harvest anymore. Shut up. It's Halloween. Celebrate frickin' Halloween.
Alright, so what was the thing you were doing? Butch the Bully is a serious villain. It was the ha ha ha.
It was the ha ha ha.
Shut up.
That sent you into code, Brent.
And today's sponsor post from Taranga.
Thank you, Taranga. What's he got for us?
First I got a roll.
Yes.
And a roll to 3.
Doh.
Dogshilla. Dogshow is Dracula.
Yes, of course. So thankful for my seamstress of a sister for dressing my little animal friends properly in Bobsheaux gear. Let's see, we got that. Where's my... There it is. Okay.
You gotta get your seamstress mother to help you fix Mimi.
Yes, she's popped a couple of seams, hasn't she? Before we do Dogshowula, or whatever his name was that it?
Yes, Dogshilla.
We are going to be cracking open the complete works of Poe.
Ooh.
Let's see, where is it? Where is it? I think it's time for The Raven. What do you think? Girlfriend of mine who is in no way connected with that.
Not at all.
There it is, page 68. There we are. Okay, so we got that. Back into Dog Show, shoving my hand up his back. Not up his ass, if you can believe it. I'm not a doggy proctologist. You might feel a little pinch here. I doubt it. No.
Ew.
Thank you, Robot Chicken, for being terrible.
No.
Okay, so Dogshokula reading The Raven.
Dogshilla.
Dogshilla. Once upon the midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping. Raven, could you tap for us, please? Thank you. As of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. And now you have to drop us with some hot beats at my chamber door.
Not gonna.
My name is Raven, and I'm here to say
No.
I'm dropping raps at the light of day. Ha!
No.
"'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more, blah. Next.
That was a sponsored post. So next is a voice from the chat. Give us British Jack Skellington.
You know, I just had a weird thought. I guess Halloween is primarily an American holiday? Is that right? Is America the nation that celebrates Halloween the most?
I believe so.
But it shouldn't have a king, should it? As an American holiday. But then, given its Irish roots, wouldn't the king, or whatever supreme authority they have, shouldn't they be Irish?
So instead of doing an English Jack Skellington, you're going to do an Irish Jack Skellington because it's the same thing?
Oh no, I'm still gonna do
okay,
English.
I was about to say you're going to lose your Irish audience.
I'm still gonna do the English Jack Skellington because that's the point. That's what was said here. But I'm just wondering, why is he a pumpkin king?
Oh no, we did. Taranga. I rolled for him, but you never did the voice, and I removed it, and I don't know. Maybe I can hang on. I can find it on the fan funding thing.
Wait, what happened?
You never did Taranga's sponsored post. Where is it?
Didn't I?
Taranga, that was Dogshilla, wasn't it?
I thought yes? No?
I'm so confused. I didn't see a previous sponsored post. Just at me with what it was, Taranga.
Yeah, let's do that.
I don't know. It probably with the skipping around, we lost it somehow.
Sorry about that. Did we skip you?
I remember seeing that, and I don't know what happened to it. Okay, so what are you getting ready to do?
I was just about to do English Jack Skellington.
I'll put a pin in that. That's a voice from the chat. Do Taranga's Grandma Dottie greeting trick-or-treaters. Since I deleted it and I don't want to have to try to remember it again.
Grandma Dottie. Is that Dottie as in Pee-wee's girlfriend Dottie?
Or is it Dottie as in Cloris Leachman from the Oogie Loves?
Oh crap, I honestly can't remember her name. Was it Grandma
it
Dottie?
was Grandma Dottie. Yeah, from Oogie Loves.
Grandma Dottie from Oogie Loves. Okay. Okay, we can do that.
Greeting the trick-or-treaters.
Ah, distinctly I remember. It was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished tomorrow. If only I had sought to borrow from my books a cease of sorrow. Sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels called Lenore, nameless here forevermore.
Very good. Sorry about that skip, Durango. Oh, we've got to roll for it since it was a sponsored post.
Uh-oh.
18!
Yes! Thank you, Miss Leachman.
Thank you, Durango. That is so good. I'm going to drink too much of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now do English Jack Skellington.
Now it's English Jack Skellington.
And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now to still the beating of my heart I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor?" Spelled E-R, not O-R? The hell? I say, Raven, do me a favor and look up a transcript for The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe, and look for "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door." This is the 3rd stanza. Can you do that for me?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. What does it say?
What is the line that you're asking me about?
"'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door."
Well, this site, Poetry Foundation, says, "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this and nothing more."
"'Tis, I'm sorry, it says in the 1st stanza as well. Does it say visitor or visitor?
In the first one?
In the 1st stanza, yes.
How do you spell it? That's the only thing it is. That's the way you spell visitor, isn't it?
To my knowledge, it should be visitor. Is that how it's spelled, visitor? It's spelled visitor on your end?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The book has it here as visitor. Visit-er.
That's weird.
Curious. Is that some spelling that was in Poe's time that we're unaware, that we don't use anymore? Is that it? Visitor.
I'm looking at the "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door," and again, it's visitor.
Visitor.
And some late visitor entreating entrance to... Yeah, says it again.
I honestly would have thought the American author, that is our great Edgar Allan Poe, would say visitor, but visitor? Really? Huh.
Apparently.
Curiouser and curiouser. "'Tis some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. This it is, and nothing more." Nothing more. Next.
Next is a sponsored post.
Sponsored post. From whom?
From ATM.
ATM. Thank you, sir. 20.
16.
Close enough.
And Alex says, "If there was a Transformers/DC crossover, Lex Luthor would definitely work with Megatron while plotting with Starscream."
Absolutely. We gotta give Lex Luthor this much. He is smart enough to know that you take the enemy that's invading your planet and work them against each other. So yeah, he would side with Megatron because you want to be on the winning side, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he would also side with Starscream, who's also feeding his ego. You know, Megatron's really not doing that great of conquering the planet. Maybe you should step in and try to do it better. I'm just saying, I would much rather be conquered by a Starscream than a Megatron.
And the voice that Alex would like to hear is a Shaggy Grinch mix.
What?
Shaggy the Grinch.
Shaggy the Grinch. Holy crap.
presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. Like sir, said I, or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was like napping, so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there and nothing more. That was more Shaggy than Grinch, but how do I reconcile those two?
That worked. That worked.
That worked, okay. Next.
Next, a voice from the chat.
This is from the chat.
Do you know any Fraggle Rock characters?
Oh, not particularly. I think it was Jerry Nelson playing the main guy. Is that accurate?
I don't know. Ichabod the Optimistic Canine.
Oh god, I should really watch my streams. I forget what I voiced for him.
Nap time, I suppose.
That time, I suppose, there it is. Let's just say goodbye because bloot.
He's so happy.
So happy all the time. Nothing gets him down. Not even the encroaching messenger of death, that is, the raven. Oh no! Back into my chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon I heard a tapping somewhat louder than before. That's you, you're supposed to tap. Louder.
Oh.
Oh, that's scary. Surely, said I. Surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then what there is at this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind and nothing more. I'm so scared.
That was adorable.
Next.
And then we have Anthony Watson dashing into band camp.
Is this a sponsored post or voice from the chat?
Is sponsor post.
Ha!
Sponsor post. I'm rolling. It's a 14.
And why is he going into band camp?
Beginning with Sexy Starscream. The next voice is what really got him in.
As Starscream is very, very slowly and sensually transforming from his F-15 into robot mode. Arms are popping out, and my legs coming out, and my nose cone is folding down.
No.
Once here I flung the shutter, when with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped a stately raven of the stately days of yore. Not the least obeisance made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but with mien of lord or lady perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Megatron has fallen. I am your sexy leader.
Oh, sexy leader, no. And the next.
And this is the band camp voice, apparently. Everything alright?
Yes. I am asking my son to preheat the oven.
Gotcha.
He said, what temperature? And I said, burritos.
And
What you just said, burritos is not a temperature, mother.
and me without my bubbled graphic. I am so sorry, everybody. I have seriously dropped the ball here.
I'm a little tipsy, too.
No, this has nothing to do with tipsy. I just lost the macro somehow. Like how I lost...
That's why I couldn't think of the temperature to set the oven to. What temperature? Burritos.
Read the burritos, it'll say.
After saying burritos is not a temperature, Mother, he said, I will go look.
Oh, hey, Ben's back. Hello, Ben.
Hey, Ben!
And I'm not reading the voice, I just saw who dropped this post. There's a difference.
Quit looking!
I'm not looking!
You're looking!
No, I'm not! I'm not looking!
You're looking!
No, I'm not.
Okay, the next voice is Dr. Claw Stiffer Than a Mister.
Ooh.
No, Anthony goes to man camp.
There you go. Wait a minute.
I don't like burritos done in the microwave because they're not crispy on the outside.
Yeah, okay.
I hate soggy, soft. I'm not a big soft food person.
Yeah, see, we had them soft in my middle school. That's what I was raised on, so soft chimichangas are really, really good, in my opinion. But if you do want them crispy, then yeah, it's got to be the conventional oven, doesn't it? It was stiffer than a Mr. Dr. Claw, correct?
Yes.
Ooh, that got you excited. Oh, yes!
Shut up.
I love you.
Then this ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore.
Now, see, that voice shouldn't be sexy.
Oh, crap, is this doing something for you?
No.
It is!
No.
It's turning you on!
Though they caressed me shorn and shaven now.
Aren't you done?
No, I said. Archer no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven wandering from thy nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore. Quoth the raven, nevermore.
No, stop. This is wrong.
It's wrong because it's making you feel things.
It is not. Shut up. Nobody asked your opinion.
Oh, you're only giving yours.
I did. Be nice. Okay.
I'm being very nice.
That was a sponsored post, wasn't it? Yes. Anthony Watson, Bandcamp.
You're welcome.
No.
I'll get you next time.
Nope. So the next one is a voice from the chat.
What's from the chat?
Woo. And this is the Pirates franchise Davy Jones as Megatron.
What? Davy Jones is Megatron. How the hell does that work?
Much I marvel this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ere yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door. Bird or beast upon the sculptured bust above his chamber door, with such name as Nevermore.
Now say the line.
Do you fear death?
No, the Megatron line. There can be no command other than mine, but it's Davy Jones.
Even in death, there'll be no command but mine. My Calypso, I failed you.
Bravo.
You know, at least in that kind of context, it makes a little bit of sense. A pirate who has fallen in love with a goddess? Okay. Even in death, there's no command but mine.
But he's going to bow to the goddess who has chosen his favor. Okay. There's a difference between talking to your crew, establishing dominance in that regard, and then, please, my goddess, continue seeking favor upon me. Command me. I get that. That's something.
And you see it's something too, don't you?
I don't know what you're talking about. That's
But Megatron, in the context of the movies, even in death there's no command but mine.
Go back to the other one.
My master, I failed you. Ah!
Damn it, he lost it. He went full on rant. The next is a sponsored post from Anthony Watson.
There can be no captain of the Flying Dutchman but me.
My Calypso, please command.
Oh. Oh. And on that, I roll a 13. 13.
A moment.
Take a drink.
I'm playing with my face, and it's sad and mournful and beautiful.
To Davy Jones and the goddess he could never have. And that is why the rum is gone.
That was unexpected.
You're welcome.
Now, Christopher Lee reading in a sing-song voice. Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you, Anthony. Was this a sponsored post?
Yes,
Okay, very good.
that's what we just drank.
That's why you just drink. Okay. Any requests for the sing song?
Have you ever heard Christopher Lee sing?
I can't say that that I have.
Barbie Girl.
Oh God. I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life in plastic. It's fantastic. But the raven sitting lonely in the placid past spoke only that one word as if his soul in one word he did not pour nothing farther. Then he offered not a feather. Then he fluttered till I scarcely noticed. Scarcely more than muttered. Other friends have flown before on the moor. He will live as my hopes have flown before. Then the bird said, nevermore.
That was good.
Thank you. Damn it. Mr. Lee, you left us far too soon. I'm a Barbie girl. In a Barbie world. Life in plastic. It's fantastic. Next.
Shrek's Puss in Boots. This is a voice from the chat. Shrek's Puss in Boots.
Startled at the stillness broken by replies so aptly spoken. Doubtless, said I. Sorry, what?
Damn it.
This is doing it for you too, isn't it?
No.
Pray for mercy from Puss in Boots.
It's fucking Anthony. It's Antonio Banderas, of course. It's doing something for me.
You're welcome.
I'm not thinking of a kitty cat with boots.
Aren't you, though?
No. No. Not with that voice.
I miss my Gwen. She mastered that face.
Yes, but Anthony Banderas does not ever sound like that.
Rob, I know you're busy, but, cuddles? Maybe? Yay!
She had this beautiful little face, I swear. God, those were her eyes! Those big, giant, sad eyes! Oh,
Gwen, I'm sorry. I'll never leave you alone.
She was a fairy.
she was a fairy. That's the only explanation. Next.
What was that? What did you do? Did you do it?
I did Antonio Banderas.
Next is a sponsored post from Selena Lee. We finally got to her sponsored post.
Oh, wow, that was a while ago.
Sorry. Welcome back. Always
Yes,
love
indeed.
these streams. Please do Boris Karloff as Pennywise.
Well, there's a lot of Karloff tonight, isn't there?
Wait a minute. Would have suggested something with Art the Clown since he's having a moment right now, but that's not exactly feasible, is it? Hope y'all have a great night. Who's Art the Clown?
Ooh, I believe Art the Clown is from the Terrifier, which I have not seen.
What is that? I rolled an 18.
Hmm?
I rolled an 18 for
Aha!
the sponsored post.
This was the sponsored post, and she rolls an 18, so here we go. Please, Miss Lee, add us with something else, because I want to honor the sponsored post.
Well,
but
you could do Boris Karloff as Pennywise.
I can do Boris Karloff as Pennywise, but I'm sorry, I don't know Art. I have not seen any of the Terrifier movies. I saw the trailer for it, and it just looked like indulgent gore porn. Which...
But Selena, if you at me with a different voice suggestion, you can also have a second one since we've taken so long to get your sponsored post and everything. So
yes, please do that.
Take another suggestion.
I have not seen any.
Just at me. You don't have to do another sponsored post.
I have not seen any of the Terrifier movies. They hold no interest to me. It's I am a fan of horror films when they want to be artistic. Because really, the horror film is the director's playground. You're trying to evoke this emotional response from your audience. And that's when you can get really, really creative with, like, the camera angles and the colors and your choice of cuts and edits and what you're showing versus what you're not showing. One of the finest examples of this that I can think of is The Haunting from 1963 by Robert Wise. That is a really artistic horror film. And not a lot of people recognize the intrinsic artistry that can come from the horror genre. They think it's all about how you can gross out the audience the most, and that's kind of what I saw looking at the trailer for the first Terrifier films. Like, oh, you're being this, aren't you? Okay. You want to spill out as many intestines as you want in front of your audience, I guess, if that's your thing, then I'm not judging, but I'm not going to watch. Sorry, this does not appeal to me. This is trying to terrify people at the most base level, which is just kind of a waste, really.
Do Boris Karloff as Pennywise.
Boris Karloff as Pennywise. Sorry. Moving on. People like hearing my insight. There it is. Moving on.
I'm hungry.
How many sponsored posts do we have left?
6 after this one.
Okay, this stream won't be going on for much longer.
It will be going on for as long as it needs to.
It will, yes. Yes, we love you guys. Thank you so much. Boris Karloff as Pennywise.
Startle at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken. Doubtless, said I, what it utters is its only stock and store, caught from some unhappy master, whom unmerciful disaster followed faster, till the song's one burden bore, till the dirges of his hope that melancholy burden bore, of nevermore. Waha! 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 Next.
Next is a Spongebob.
Voices from the chat.
Voices from the chat.
There it is. I can't place that tune. What is that?
It started to be, I don't remember the name of the song. A Confederate song. I realized what I was humming.
Oh, that's my Southern Girl.
Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
His truth is marching on. Boom!
Yeah, I think that was a Confederate song. I'm so sorry.
Don't you just hate that song?
Ugh. Okay. I'm trying to find. Okay.
We gotta watch Wild Wild West again. That was too funny.
I actually like that. Will Smith. I don't really like that kind of humor, except Will Smith.
It's funny. We were watching.
Did you do Karloff? Did you do Karloff as Pennywise?
Yes, I just did that.
All right. Now do Anthony Watson. Sponsored post. Don't do Anthony Watson. Sponsored post. 16!
I love these streams.
No.
And what does Anthony Watson have for us?
Meeting with Gilbert Godfrey as Dracula.
Yes. Real quick though, I gotta say this before we do Gilbert Gottfried as Dracula. That was it, right?
Yes.
We saw Big Eyes together,
Yes.
and Amy Adams is trying to do a really good job as she does Margaret Keene from Tennessee, and she's putting on this very authentic Southern accent as she's doing her character, and to you, a legit Southern girl, she sounded Tennessean, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
But then you go into Alice Lovelace from Wild Wild West, and I asked you, what kind of an accent do you think he's doing? And you just said Southern.
Yeah.
Couldn't place it anywhere. He is just doing Southern.
He's doing what people think Southern accents are.
Yes, he is Hollywood Southern.
Yes, Hollywood Southern. That's a good way to put it.
Could you place his Southern? It's not authentic, obviously.
It's not. I think he was trying to do like a old South Colonel Sanders kind of foghorn leghorn situation. I do declare,
Mr. West. Best you could place it was foghorn leghorn. That's the best you could think of.
Yeah, kinda.
Whereas Amy Adams was a lot more authentic with her portrayal as Keen.
DJ Razorblade is in the chat. Yay!
Oh, do we have Razorblade?
Hello.
Hey, pal, how you doing?
All right, but anyway, you're doing Gilbert Godfrey for Anthony Watson as Dracula. To band camp he goes.
Okay, fine. Boo. This I sat engaged in guessing,
but no syllable expressing to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. This I more and more I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining, on the cushion's velvet lining that the lamplight gloated o'er. But whose velvet violet lining with the lamplight gloating o'er, she shall press, nevermore. See, I'm Dracula, which means I'm sexy!
No. That is the exception. See, I like a sexy Dracula. And now, what is the movie that you've made us watch and we're in the middle of?
We're about halfway through the last voyage of the Demeter, which is taken a very traditional Nosferatuian take on Count Dracula.
No.
Which makes sense.
No.
Because that's how he's described in the book. That's what Dracula is supposed to be. He was only sexy after Bela Lugosi made his mark on the character. Oh man.
Are you ready for the next? Are you ready? There are more voices.
Yes, there are, because my fans are awesome. What's next?
Still in Anthony Watson's sponsored post is our favorite badasses. Hup? Or I guess favorite badass Hup, and then there's others. Not badass.
Yes, Sorry, what was it? No, it wasn't that. Yes. We do love Hup, who is Paladin.
He's Paladin with his spoon.
No, it's not a spoon, it's a sword.
We gotta watch that show again.
It was so good. It's unconscionable that it's been canceled. After
One season? Really? Shame on you, Netflix.
Then we thought, good answer. Perfume unseen sensor. Song of myself whose foot for tick at the front the floor. Richard cried, God at lengthy, angels here sent thee, respite nepenthe, thy memories I'll ignore. Quaff for quaff the kind of nepenthe of this last to know. Quoth the raven, it's a spoon. The raven is Paladin.
The Dark Crystal series, Texas Big Gal Cat Lover. We're talking about the Dark Crystal series.
Oh, has this person not seen it?
She's asking what show we're talking about. I'm sorry, I've had a lot of substances. Talking is becoming difficult.
Talking is becoming difficult.
All right, next is Peanut
Just Peanut?
and Jose.
Prophet, said I, thing of evil. Prophet still, or bird or devil, whether temper sent or whether tempest tossed thee here ashore. Desolate yet all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on by this home and horror haunted, tell me truly, I implore. Is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore.
Where's Jose?
Quoth the raven, nevermore, senor. I am Jose the Raven. On his steak.
On his steak. Oh.
Hey, Raven, I got a question for you. See? Where's my beloved Lenore? You should ask your mother.
Next.
Percy.
Who's the... I get a lot of hits. Who's the pinata now, bitch?
Alright. Do you know what Gilbert Gottfried's Joan Rivers bit is?
No.
Okay. That's something DJ said that didn't answer anything about it. Never mind. Moving on.
Sorry.
I don't know this stuff. Do a Dalek.
Was this a voice from the chat or a sponsored post?
This is voice from the chat.
Voice from the chat. Voices from
Voices
the chat.
from the chat.
Gotta do the song.
Sorry. I'm very stoned and a little drunk.
That's all right. It's Halloween. It's what we're here for.
Percy Purrs.
Uh-oh. Do we have a Percy Purse?
Yeah, he's been in here. He's just ignoring me. Which is really unusual because usually he's all over me.
Mama, please give me love. I need the love. There it is. You can't lie to yourself. You
Not
need
good.
this Percy Purse. I know that I'm never going to see this again, but I loved my Gwen's little attempts for attention. I'm sitting there at my computer, and she's just kind of reaching up for me, almost touching me, but not quite. I know you're busy. I'm trying not to interrupt you, but can cuddles happen? Is that okay?
You don't know if I've seen other cats do that. We've watched Dodo's videos and TikTok videos of other cats doing that. You might get one that does that.
Where they're very polite in their requests for attention. As opposed to Percy, we're just glob.
He loves by ambush.
Give me the loves! He's too sweet, I can't stand it.
I can't either. He's obnoxious.
He is a brat. But he's your brat.
He is. Okay, now, what did you just do?
I am convinced that he believes you gave birth to him.
He is. He knows it in all of his heart.
You are, in every sense of the word, his mama.
Okay, so that was a sponsored post.
Yes. Yes. Last thing I did was, I think, Gilbert Gottfried as Dracula.
Yes. No, you did Peanut and Jose.
I did Peanut and Jose,
Huff.
that is right. That is right.
You're finished with that sponsored post. Now,
Yes,
do
yes.
a voice from the chat. Starscream as Beetlejuice. Or Beetlejuice as Starscream.
Prophets and I, a thing of evil! Prophets still have murdered devil! Whether temper sent or whether tempest tossed thee here ashore. Desolate yet all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted, tell me truly I implore. Is there a balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore. Quoth the Raven, nevermore! Beetlejuice never go into voice acting. That's just the long and short of it, isn't it?
Next is another sponsored post from Anthony Watson.
Thank you, Anthony. You're on fire tonight.
It's a 5.
Oh, no. Weak.
I can't drink every time. Come on. Oh, this wig. And it begins with apple pie.
Apple pie. Okay. Why not? Be that word or sign of parting, bird or fiend, I shrieked up starting. Get thee back into the tempest and the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as a token of the lie thy soul has spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quit the bust above my door. Take thy beak from out thy heart, and thy form from off my door. Quoth the raven, evermore. Apple pie is some Midwestern grandma. And for the final voice for this story?
Mountain Dew.
Hail the raven, never flitting, still a sitting on the ballad bus above my chamber door. and his eyes of all the seeming of a demon's eyes dreaming, and the lamplight or streaming from a shadow on the floor. And my soul from that shadow lies floating on the floor, shall be lifted nevermore.
How did you confuse Mountain Dews and Slim Jims?
They're both the same thing. Mountain Dew always struck me as very extreme.
Are you seeing this?
You're a little man just draped over your shoulder, just dead to the world.
He's so happy.
I am cuddling with my mama.
We got a little bit more to read, so...
Is good. More from the sponsor post, Amy?
Yes, there's more from the sponsored post, but we have a few more that you have to get through, so you needed to find another story if that was the end.
Oh no, that was not the end.
Okay.
I knew we had a few more voices left. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Aha, there it is. Page 498. So many wonderful stories in these tomes. I love it. There it is. And what's the next voice?
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal?
Oh, we haven't done that in a while.
I don't recall ever doing oatmeal.
No, I'm talking about Percy. He just did... You know, when he was a kitten, he would purr so much and so hard that it would make his nose stuff up. So he would get snotty, and he just kind of... like that, because he was purring so hard it made his nose run.
On the one hand, I'm sorry, said the boyfriend wanting to be sympathetic to his germaphobe girlfriend. But on the other hand, oh, that's so sweet. The cat lover in me is so jealous right now.
He's so drooly.
I know. And I'm sorry that you don't like it. But it's so adorable.
Don't you sneeze in my face. Don't you do it.
My little Gwen drooled on me too when she was getting love. But it was so passive.
Gross.
It wasn't her defining feature, so I guess I just didn't take notice of it too greatly.
I'm gonna drool on you as I love against your hand. Yeah.
But anyway, once you're done cleaning your cat, Oatmeal is leading us into the Telltale Heart.
True. Nervous. Very, very dreadfully nervous. I had been and am. But why would you say I am mad? The disease had sharpened my senses, not destroyed them, not dulled them. Above all was the sense of hearing acute. I heard all things in the heaven and in the earth. I heard many things in hell. How then am I mad? Hearken and observe how healthily, how calmly I can tell you the whole story. 'Cause I'm Oatmeal.
Because you're oatmeal.
'Cause
Yes.
I'm- Next,
Next, we're going to do another sponsor post.
another sponsor post.
This one comes from Movie Jaker.
Movie Jaker, good to see you in chat. Thank you.
And I got to roll.
You gotta roll.
Natural 20!
Yes! Et Joker, folie à Dieu.
Cool cat singing Mary the Mole from Thumbelina.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry, I don't know how that tune goes. Maybe you could at Raven with a different song that I could sing with Cool Cat, perhaps? If Percy will let her, that is.
No, it's cuddle time, meow meow. Isn't that right, Percy Purse?
But then if you had your way, it would always be cuddle time.
Pretty much. Yeah, at me with a different one. Just do a Cool Cat for the moment.
I can do that just fine, cause Cool Cat is cool.
Baby, I'm sorry. We've had Jason Johnston's Cool Cat. I gotta do the other one.
Ew.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna pick something.
And then you're gonna pick something. That's fair.
It is impossible to say how first the idea entered my brain, but once conceived, it haunted me day and night. Object there was none, passion there was none. I love the old man, 'cause love of the old man is cool. Yay! He had never wronged me, he had never given me insult. For his gold I had no desire. I think it was his eye. Yes, it was this. For one of his eyes resembled that of a vulture, a pale blue eye with a film over it. Whenever it fell upon me, my blood ran cold. And so by degrees, very gradually, I made up my mind to take the life of the old man, and thus rid myself of his eye forever. God bless.
And now,
Raul Julius Gomez, please.
and now the story has officially become about Cool Cat doing away with Daddy Derek. And wouldn't that be glorious? His creation becoming self-aware and recognizing the potential that he could have as a legit children's mascot. But he's not going to do it if Daddy Derek is still around. Anyway, Raul Julius Gomez, was that what you chose?
Yes, that was my choice.
That was your choice. Now, this is the point. You fancy me mad. Madmen know nothing. But if you have seen me, you should have seen how wisely I proceeded. With what caution, with what foresight, with what dissimulation I went to work. I was never kinder to the old man than during the whole week before I killed him. Ah, Tully! I was never kinder to the old man than during the whole week before I killed him. And every night, about midnight, I turned the latch of his door and opened it. Oh, so gently. And then I had made an opening sufficient for my head. I put in a dark lantern, all closed so that no light shone out. And then I thrust in my head. Oh, you would have laughed to see how cunningly I thrust it in. I moved it slowly, very, very slowly, so that I might not disturb the old man's sleep. Next, Katamia.
Thank you. Next is a sponsored post from Anthony Watson.
Anthony Watson, you're on fire tonight.
15.
Woo! Oh, Percy is curious. Do you want some too, buddy?
No, he does not. Anthony Watson wants Pirates of the Furries.
Oh. What does that mean?
Jack as a sparrow.
What?
And Davy Jones as a squid Barbossa.
Okay. Before we do,
I have got to get these cats some greenies.
I was literally just going to ask that. Do you give catnip to your cats?
Oh yeah, catnip's fine. He needs something for his breath.
Hmm?
Ooh. Greenies. It's a breath freshener treat.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Breath freshener for cats?
Yes, they have greenies. Little chew treats that freshen their breath.
Interesting.
And he needs it.
I honestly had no idea.
He does, Jimmy. He does need a mint.
But you do give them catnip every now and then.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good cat mama.
He doesn't really enjoy it like the girls do.
No.
No, it tends to make him kind of wild. And if the girls are getting their buzz on, they just want to relax and mellow.
We're old. Hey, are you old? Yeah, I'm old. We should do old people stuff. That's a good idea. Old people stuff rules.
Alright, dude, Jack is a sparrow.
And meanwhile,
Jones is Squid Barbosa.
And meanwhile, there's Percy with the super zoomies. Hey, I want to do kid stuff. I want to do kid stuff. What do you want to do? What do you? Ah!
I want to bop him in the face. I want to bop him too.
I'm gonna go eat. Get going.
There it is.
It took me an hour to place my whole head within the opening so far that I could see him as he lay upon his bed. Ha! What a man might have been so wise as this. And then when my head was well in the room, I held the lantern cautiously. Oh, so cautiously, for the hinges creaked. I did so much that a single thin ray fell upon the vulture eye, and I did for 7 long nights, just every long night at midnight. But I found the eye was closed, and so it was impossible to do the work. And so I found the old man who vexed me, but his evil eye. And every morning, when the day broke, as I boldly went into the chamber and spoke courageously to him, calling him by his name in a haughty tone, and inquiring how he passed the night. So you see, he would have been...
Why are you speed talking?
Because I'm a sparrow, and this is how sparrows do, too sweet.
Move on to Davy Jones's Squid Barbosa. Squid Barbosa.
I went boldly into the chamber and spoke courageously to him. Courageously calling him by name in a haughty tone, and inquiring how he passed the night. So you see, he would have been very profound old man indeed, to suspect that every night, just at 12, I looked in upon him while he slept.
Voices from the chat.
Voices from the chat. What do you got for
Myra
us?
Cruz has joined us and would like you to read like you were on the largest and craziest roller coaster in the universe.
Okay. I'm gonna read now. I'm reading. Upon the 8th night, I was more than unusually cautious in opening the door. I watched a minute and hand moved more quickly than mine did. Never before that night, I had felt the extent of my own powers, of my sagacity. I could scarcely contain my feelings of triumph. Anything there was opening the door, little by little, he had to dream my secrets, deeds, and thoughts. I really chuckled at the light, and perhaps he heard of me. And he moved in the bed, and suddenly, as if I had startled in the thickness of darkness, the shutters were closed. There was the fear of robbers, and though he could not see the opening of the door, I pulled to the pushing suddenly, ah!
Excellent.
What the hell am I? Next.
And now we're at Ben's sponsored post. For
Ben.
Stroll.
Ben, who came back because he is awesome. Woo!
He is awesome. 14.
Thank you, Ben. What do you got for us?
I have returned with voice suggestion.
Yes, you have. Thank you,
Beginning
sir.
with ASMR Winnie the Pooh slowly going mad.
Oh, wow. I am fully aware of how Winnie the Pooh is back in the public domain. Back as if he actually left. And we do have those Blood and Honey movies, none of which I've ever seen yet, but
Not gonna watch it.
We kind of need to see that. We need to see a legit Winnie the Pooh.
Slowly going mad.
Good night, Jimmy.
Bye, Jimmy. Thank you for joining us tonight. But, okay, here we go. That weird serial killer in a Winnie the Pooh mask thing they got going on, but a real Pooh.
Yes.
A real Winnie the Pooh.
Who just misses his Christopher Robin and wants him to come back. But he didn't come back. And now,
It's not a horror movie!
and now everyone has to die. I had my head in and was about to open the lantern when my thumb slipped upon the tin fastening, and the old man sprang up in his bed, crying out, "Ah! Who's there?"
Someone else sprang up and making you said, "Who's there?"
Let go of my wig! He's tangled in it. Okay.
Mama, give me cuddles. Why aren't there cuddles?
Good grief, boy! Because you've got terrible fish breath.
But I is cat, I'm supposed to.
Just don't breathe on me. Okay, and now the ice cream bunny's slowly regaining his sanity.
What the hell?
Blame Ben.
I kept quite still and said nothing. For a whole hour did I not move a muscle, and in the meantime, I did not hear him lie down. He was still sitting up in the bed, listening, just as I have done, night after night, hearkening to the death watches in the wall. I shouldn't be here. Oh my god. What am I doing? I'm sorry. I can't be here anymore. I have to leave. Old man, forgive me. You've been nothing but good to me. I understand that, but I gotta go. I can't be here anymore. What?
You're creeping me out!
No, please. It's nothing you did. It's me.
I'm gonna leave.
It's your eye. Your eye makes me want to kill you.
Move on!
I have to go. I have to leave. I'm sorry. I can't live here any longer.
Okay, this is creepy!
The ice cream bunny is creepier as he grows more sane?
Apparently so.
Now,
Now, read as though you are Percy.
Sorry, was this a sponsored post or a voice from the chat?
This is the final voice from the chat.
Final voice from the chat. Are we done with voices?
Then we have one more sponsored post after this.
One more sponsored post of this, okay. Let's see, where was I?
Oh, he needs to leave.
Oh, there it is. Uh-oh.
There's no cat box in here. So,
I'll wait for you to come back.
I'll be right back. I just opened the door for him. I'm back.
Presently I had heard a slight groan, and I knew it was the groan of mortal terror. It was not a groan of pain or of grief. Oh no! It was the low stifled sound that arises from the bottom of the soul when overcharged with awe.
I knew that sound well. I know that sound well because that's the sound I make when I'm not getting cuddles. Many a night, just as midnight when all the world slept, it had swelled up from my own bosom, deepening with its dreadful echo the terrors that distracted me. Mama, where are my cuddles? I need the cuddles, Mama!
And the final sponsored post
is coming soon. Anthony Watson. An 18.
Woo! Thank you, Anthony.
And the YouTube comment filters wouldn't let him put what he really wanted to say, wanted to hear. So he had to say Shatner's cat and boots.
Really? Really? He couldn't say puss. Hey,
YouTube says no.
Hey, YouTube, guess what? Puss.
Oh.
Puss.
No.
Puss, puss, puss.
You must.
Puss in Boots. Puss. The cat in Boots is named Puss. Puss, puss, puss.
Read, I am going to leave and go get some dinner.
Alternate word for vagina.
Scandalous.
Shatner's Puss in Boots. Yeah.
I knew what the old man felt. I pitied him, although I chuckled hard. I knew that he had been lying awake ever since the first light noise. When he turned in his bed, his fears had been ever since growing upon him. He'd been trying to fancy them causeless, but could not. He'd been saying to himself, "'Tis but the wind in the chimney. It is only a mouse crossing the floor. Meow. It is merely a cricket which has made a signal chirp." Yes, he was trying to comfort himself with these suppositions, but found all in vain. All in vain! Because death, in approaching him, had stalked in his black shadow before him, enveloped the victim. And it was that mournful influence by the unsuspected shadow that caused him to feel, although he never saw nor heard, to feel the presence of my head within the room.
And that is the end of the voices.
And that is the end of the voices. Is that the end of the chat?
Yes, except Cartoon Cat Girl said she's sorry she was so late. She was chatting with her boyfriend for the first time.
Oh?
First time just the two of them chatting.
Was this not your boyfriend before?
Or maybe this is a long distance relationship? Either way, congratulations.
Indeed. 3 cheers for... I'm sorry, who is it?
Cartoon Cat Girl.
Cartoon Cat Girl! Woo! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
Thank you for joining us on this Halloween live stream, Bobsheauxween.
And now we all have to log off and sleep this off, because thank you all for your wonderful posts, and for Raven's many, many botched rolls. They are the best!
I wish I could roll like that for D&D.
And be sure to tune in for the next Storytime with Bobsheaux, and until then, pleasant nightmares.
And I don't know how it works with the other ones, but the biggest part of the Halloween live stream will be available on Halloween.
Halloween makes too much sense. Let's just release it all on Halloween. There you go. See you later, everybody.
Have a good night. Bye.